Do you want to do a clap? We're on.
We are on. Coffee's on.
Cheers.
Cheers to our first on-site podcast recording of Livin.
Wow.
Life's good, huh?
Life's good. Life's better than good. Let's be honest here.
You can feel the buzz in the air. You can hear the buzz in the air down here.
And it's not just the espresso machine.
Absolutely not. Jason's working hard over there on the espresso machine. We are here at Commune 1 as promised, 231 Tapley's Hill Road, Seaton. We'll be here for a couple of hours. It's so exciting. It's such a buzz out here today. And it's like,
I'll tell you what.
I feel like it's a silent disco because they don't know what we're talking about. You know?
We're here.
Yep. And I also feel like I'm being watched.
Yeah. Somebody's watching me. Do you ever get that feeling? Yeah. But look how big our heads are now.
Okay. Speak for yourself, mate.
True. Look at that. Guys, good morning. We are at Commune 1 this morning for a brand new episode of Livin. As Nancy just said, you're with me, Vince Fusco.
And Nancy Timpano for our first on-site
Nance,
recording.
we said it before, right? This is crazy because we're sitting here today. We've got our heads 3 foot high, which is just a foot shorter than normal.
We've got our own
keep cups. We've got competitions today. We have got all things happening. We've got photographers here.
Vivid photos here. We have Farhad over there taking some snaps. It's amazing. We are all ready to go. We are vibing,
that's for sure. But like I was saying to you before, 4 months ago, none of this existed.
No.
None of it. 4 months ago, Livin was just an idea.
Livin was dead.
We weren't
living at all.
But now we are. And look, it's really, like we talked about it a little bit last week, it's really exciting to be here today for our first on-site recording. We are going to have some special guests joining us a little bit later on as well. Jason and Emma from Commune 1. They're going to come and have a chat with us.
Maybe even Rob and Ivan. We've already had a chat with Ivan. He's rolling out the pizza dough because on Friday nights only, you can come in or get a takeaway pizza from Commune 1, 12 till 9. They offer their pizzas. So he is out there bright and early. We got here to about 7 and he is mixing the dough and rolling. And we saw him measuring. Everything's weighed and measured to
300 grams of dough per pizza.
Precise.
That's what we learned
Precision.
this morning.
That's
I'm
what
trying to get him
about.
to make me a breakfast pizza, but he said that, he'll do something later on for me, but we'll see what happens.
It is our first time here, and that is the topic of today's conversation. Your firsts.
Yeah, first. Okay, well, let's talk about firsts. First time on-site recording, first time maybe driving a car, first time your parents let you go out.
First kiss.
Ooh, romance, Nance.
I'll tell you what I was thinking about this morning that still haunts me.
Yeah, go on.
Am I allowed to share this? I will,
Always.
because I share. The first time I got my legs waxed.
So many jokes I want to make, but I will not.
Oh, no, there was a forest, but I was 17 years old. 17 years old, and I remember getting on the bed first time, and there I was in my glory, leg out.
Yeah.
And she does the first strip. I was off the bed. Cha-cha.
See ya.
And she was like, no. I remember she had an accent, and she was like, no. I said, no, I am out of here. Do you understand? So I think she managed to do half of one leg, and I actually left. That is it. My first leg wax experience.
Hang on. So you didn't even get the whole leg done?
No,
you just got one strip?
Absolutely not. Mortified. I have been back since, just for those playing at home. Don't look now. But it's winter. That doesn't count. Winter does not count. That's good. But yes, but my first time, never forget it. Ouch.
First time I had a spray tan, I was very confronted by the paper G-string.
Oh.
First time I had a spray tan. And it was silly, but not silly. It was the first time I got a spray tan was before I went overseas. Mm-hmm. Do you do that? Do you before you go to a tropical place, you get a tan before you go so that you look tan when you get there?
No, I can honestly say I have never, ever had a spray tan.
Shut up.
Ever.
So you're telling me that I've had 3 in my life and you've had none?
Yeah, I'm actually mortified that I didn't know about that.
Okay, so...
We need to talk about that.
Well, let's talk about it.
What?
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, no.
It was literally just because I was going to Asia for the first time.
The pre-tan before the tan.
Yeah, but I was like lily white.
Yeah.
And I don't get my body out too often. But someone said to me, they're like, you got to get tanned before you go. So I went and got a spray tan. My cousin did it. She's a beautician.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if that was more awkward or less awkward, to be honest, that I'm standing there with my pulleys out wearing a paper G-string.
Pulleys. Do you want to just explain what pulleys mean for those playing at home? Or hopefully they're not playing at home with your pulleys.
Not with my pulleys. Definitely not. But yeah, wearing a paper G-string was a bit confronting. I didn't know what to expect, and I thought you go into like a booth. I was like, no one's going to be there. I'll just walk into a booth and stand and like, Friends, how it's like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and then you turn around and get an even. But it wasn't. It was literally my cousin standing a foot away from me with a spray gun, just giving me a good paint job.
Can I just ask something?
Yeah.
So if it's a paper pair of jocks, what happens if you sweat?
Yeah,
Does
look.
it just...
Nance, there's no structure to it whatsoever in the first place.
But what if you sweat?
Yeah, but whether it be sweat or tan or anything, you're only wearing it for 30 seconds. It just, like, it's. I don't even know how it qualifies as a G-string or a pair of Morduns. Like, it's... You might as well just hold yourself.
Okay, all right.
First time getting a spray tan.
First time, wow.
And I've had more than you. That's cool.
I have absolutely never. I've done my own sort of tan stuff at home, which I hate because I hate that smell, but... Nah.
See, it depends on the brand, I think, because I can always tell when Joy has done her tan, because I can come home and be like, you're tanning tonight.
Yeah,
but it doesn't smell bad. Her smells quite nice, like coconutty.
I think they've improved over the years, but you know what? I do just prefer a bit of 15 minutes vitamin D when I can.
Yeah, love that. Love that.
Yep.
Did you see that thing earlier this year about sunning your bum?
No.
No? Okay, that's a different topic.
Did you actually see the sun? What are you telling me?
It's like when you bend over, you see the sun. No, not like that. But there was like a whole there was a whole scientific thing about like getting 10 minutes of sun on your bum every day.
Oh.
I'm going to send you a link. And if you have heard about this at home, feel free to send Nancy the link as well.
That'd be better tan lines than when, you don't get sun on your bum.
I don't know how often you're showing your bum, though.
Yeah, well, no, I know. But I'm saying when you get in the shower, you're like, but the thing is, having a white bum helps me know how brown I am. Otherwise, I've got no indication.
These are first world problems, guys.
Yes.
And, I'm glad that we could talk about first world problems and firsts today, like the first leg waxing, your first spray tan.
Your first job.
Oh, man. My first job was sweeping a driveway at a hardware store. And I was 14 years old, and I used to spend my, summer holidays. It was between primary school and high school, actually. And my dad was like, you got holidays? You're going to get a job. So he took me down to, friend's hardware store, and I worked there for about 10 years. But I started there at 14, sweeping the driveways on Saturdays for $50 cash. Cash
Amazing.
money.
My first job was at Target Sefton Park when I was at
school. Were you a
school.
checkout chick? Or were you...
Absolutely a checkout chick. Yeah, that was my first job. So there you go.
What was your first car?
My first car was a yellow Nissan Pulsar.
Yellow too?
Yes, yellow. But prior to that, which was so embarrassing, when I got my licence, the first car I got to drive was an 8-seater cream Tarago.
Tell me that Nonna Vic was driving that around with all of you previously.
Well, that's right. But I'm not saying that was my car. But I'm saying, when you got your L's and you think you're pretty cool. I'm driving an 8-seater Tarago. Like, what the hell?
See, I feel like that is kind of cool. I had a friend who had a blue Tarago.
Now it's cool.
But even back then.
No, darling.
You reckon?
Definitely not.
My first car was a 1976 brown, poo brown, Mazda 121L sedan, which is a bit more like the shape of a Mazda 6. Okay. But it was 2-door sports, had windows in the back. My friends used to love this. It had aeroplane windows in the back. So the back seat, you'd climb in and it had these little windows, but they wound down. So you could wind these tiny little windows down. And everybody used to love just getting in the back seat for the windows.
Wow.
Such a cool car.
That is
Her name was Helga.
I'm trying to... I think my car was Tweety.
Cute, with the yellow one.
Yeah,
I think it's the reason I was so shocked at a yellow car is because yellow's so inconspicuous. It's hard to... I don't know what it's like on the west side growing up as an Italian. Growing up on the east side as an Italian, everybody knows everyone. So, and having a car that was poo brown, for example, everywhere I went, I would go to school, maybe I'd drop some friends off, maybe I'd go past Subway or Macca's on the way home, and I'd get home and Mum would be like, heard you were here today. Saw you were here today. I'd say, how would you know that? She'd say, the Italian hotline. The Italian hotline, Nance. The Italian surveillance cameras are everywhere in Campbelltown and Rostrevor where we grew up. So my auntie would see someone at the doctor's surgery who knew my mum, who would know someone else, who would ring my mum and be like, saw Vinny today. he was here. So she would know everything before I even got home.
Amazing.
So having a yellow car probably wouldn't have done a service for you as far as sneaking around.
Yeah, and I think you've been really kind to me because I grew up north side.
Oh my God, you did too. I forget that you didn't live on the west side your whole life.
No.
You grew up not in like Paraka way, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Well, no, I actually born in Murray Bridge, but then I moved to Paraka when I was 13, and I'm looking at, Farhad is taking some beautiful photos of our gorgeous patrons here at Commune 1 today. I think they're having a little girly catch-up. How beautiful. Make sure they sign their release forms.
That's right.
They don't know what we're going to do with their photos.
Legals.
First time we'll have a lawsuit on our hands first.
Don't need that first today. No, thanks.
Absolutely not. Oh, look at them. They're gorgeous.
I think they're getting quite into it. They're going to have a photo shoot next.
I know.
I like it.
They're touching up their makeup and all. I like it. Okay.
I didn't do that this morning. I got up so early this morning. I've been up since 4:30.
Yeah, I've been pumped to get here today.
Do you feel like you're doing breakfast radio?
Yeah, I do.
I do.
We kind of are.
Well, it is.
But we're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Absolutely.
Jump on. If you do happen to see this sign around town, the special thing around our sign is it's got this little barcodey logo there, and if you scan that, when you are on Spotify in your camera, we will appear. It's like Aladdin, the genie.
Rub the lamp.
Scan that,
and
woo, here we are.
I love it.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
No, it's great. I'd love to be everywhere all at once. And if you can take us home with you guys, you can share a coffee with us. Mm-hmm. You can have your Livin cup at home. You can scan our Spotify code and have a listen, have a drink, and enjoy the conversation with your two best friends, Vince and Nancy.
That's right. And if you do a post and tag both of us and Commune 1, because this probably won't go to air until Monday,
that's right.
But we still will run the competition. If you're following us, we will pop you in to possibly win one of these Livin Keep cups.
Yeah, I think so.
So make sure once you hear this podcast, you do a post, tag away, and
get into it, everybody. These lovely ladies are heading out the door.
So let's hit pause.
Let's hit pause here.
We'll get them to sign their life away.
Yeah,
and we'll
definitely.
come back.
Okay, we'll see you soon. And we'll be right back. Commune 1, 231 Tapley's Hill Road for all of your breakfast, lunch and dinner on the weekend, guys.
Friday night dinners.
Absolutely. Monday to Saturday, 7:30 till 3 and Sunday, 8 till 3 for coffee. But Friday to Sunday, from 12 till 9, come down and get a wood-fired pizza.
Yep, Ivan is on the dough. On the dough. Can you say that?
I like that.
A cool
on the
term?
dough.
He's on the dough.
You guys need to get on the dough and come down to Commune 1, 231 Tapley's Hill Road. And you can follow them on Instagram at commune_1.
And now back to our regular programming.
Oh, guys, we are down here at Commune 1 today for our first on-site recording, as we've said. And we are joined by one of the most incredible humans here, Emma.
Oh, not me?
No, not you. You're always here. But today we get to sit down with Emma, our first guest. Emma, you're our first guest on the show. Welcome.
Thank you.
And our first on-site recording. It's all about first today. You are such a beautiful human. You are all about forward thinking. When I put the idea to you about, Emma, hey, what do you think if we come and record a podcast here? You basically didn't even let me finish. You were like, yeah, I'm in.
Easy. Sounds
Easy?
great. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we are talking about firsts today. But just before we talk about first, can you just tell us a little bit about Commune 1, how it came about, how long you guys have been here?
We've probably been here 8 years now. So it came about, Jason was doing personal training, and then he had the shop next door, which we've knocked a wall, and that's now the pizza area. So that was his gym where he did personal training, and this was always kind of vacant, and he just took the opportunity to come in to this space and sort of healthy food at the time. It was a completely different concept. It was called Just Results. So a bit with the personal training and then somewhere to get a smoothie and something healthy afterwards. So he did that really well. And then we had our first child and our second one.
That's a first.
Thank you. Yeah, we had the second one quite quickly after, and I actually wasn't able to get maternity leave again at my corporate job, so I left and came into business with Jason, and then we made it Commune and did it sort of all together from the ground up. We changed the concept, changed the branding, changed the food, and we just went with it, and it's been...
Well, look, the food is delicious, as you saw me tucking into a big chicken sub here last week.
Coffee is good and sucked in to them for not giving you maternity leave, because look what we got. sucked in, corporate job.
It's all right.
It's a real win for us.
I think it was the way it was meant to be for me. So, not everyone can work with their husband and father-in-law, but it really is a blessing. We make it work. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's so good.
And you can't tell you hate each other. No, I'm only joking. You fake it well. No, it is such a good, beautiful vibe in here, and that's why it felt right for us to be here.
It's been a really organic growth of the business. It's taken a long time, but we have the most amazing customers that really have become good friends to us. Yeah, it's really, really, it's our social life as well, because Jason's always here, so he works 7 days, and he just loves it.
I love it. And was this the first business that you had gone into, as an owner as well?
Yeah, lots to learn.
Today we're talking about firsts, Emma, like we said. So if this is the first business, do you have any other firsts in your life that you can think of that come to mind that you go, first kiss, first car, first speeding ticket? I don't know.
I guess there's a lot, and I guess now I'm closer to 40 than I'd like to admit. So there's been a lot of firsts, but I guess nothing is like the first time you go into labour.
Oh yes, I hear you, sister.
Yeah.
I hear you. Tell me more.
Terrifying.
Tell me more.
Terrifying.
Isn't it just?
Yes.
Just the thought leading into it.
Yes.
So was it everything?
I've never been more petrified in my entire life.
Yeah.
It was something else. It went from 0 to 100 really quickly. I remember being in the birthing suite, and Jason was like, my tummy hurts. I think I ate something bad. I was like,
my God.
Mate.
Did you want to punch him in the head? Jason, how dare you?
It's just something that only women can really know.
Yeah.
The pain, the feeling, the emotions.
Wow. And tell me, after you gave birth, were you one of these ones that said, you know how the cliche, I'd do it all again tomorrow? Were you one of those? Because I was not.
No, I think they say you go back, you forget pretty quickly, because once the baby comes, you're kind of in that world, so you do it again.
I mean, your body naturally, your brain naturally forgets the pain, so that women want to have, I'm talking biologically, it's the function of reproduction is so that we have more kids and procreate.
I saw the normal body can cope with 47 units of pain, but in childbirth it's 57 or something. It's really high. It's like having fractures all over your body all at once.
Well, can I just say Jaden's 7 years old, and I still can't say the fact that I would love to have had another child. That's another topic. But to say I would love to give birth again, no. I'm still haunted.
My grandma had 10. I'm like, how?
The last one would have just fallen out. She wouldn't have noticed.
Surely.
She would have been like, what's that?
Surely.
Oh, hello.
I know.
Oh, my God.
My mum's the youngest of 12.
Wow.
So we probably have discovered that we are related somewhere along the line here. But, I mean, I've watched my wife give birth twice.
Okay.
And honestly, I take my hat off to all of you women, because I just think it's the most incredible thing you've ever seen. But the pain, I'm Jace, take my hat off to him for even saying that he had a tummy ache, because I was too scared to even say anything. If I was uncomfortable, if I had the room's too cold, I'm not saying anything. I'm going to shut my mouth. You've got a human coming out of you.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing that very personal experience. I can vouch that it is goddamn painful. Yes, very, very worth it. Yeah. But, wow, we are a special breed, us women, aren't we? Definitely. But, Emma, thanks again for jumping on the mic, for allowing us to be in your space today.
You're welcome.
And, we're going to get Jace on next. We'll just give him a talking to, won't we? How dare he?
We'll have a chat man-to-man. We'll have a man-to-man chat, I think. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thanks.
We have got our owner, founder. We have got Jason here from Commune 1 joining us on the mic reluctantly. We had to beg a little bit. How are you, Jace?
I'm good, very good.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no worries.
We're talking about first, so it's the first time you're having us here. But can I just talk about quickly the first time I met you? Yeah. It was, I think, 2014. I had just come back from Brazil. I had just been to the World Cup. Yes, lucky me. And I had experienced acai for the first time. And we came back to Adelaide, and we were looking for a place in Adelaide to get the best acai. And we found lots of places did not have good acai, and then we found you. Now, can I ask, how do you say the word?
Oh, I say acai.
Acai?
That's the proper way to pronounce it.
Proper way.
Not acai.
Oh, my God. Pet hate of mine. Can I have an acai bowl? Are you serious?
But who are these people? Acai?
So that my first experience meeting you, and we are talking about first today, Jason. So tell us a first experience that comes to mind. Maybe the first time you opened this place up.
Yeah, probably first time I went into business.
Yeah.
Was exciting.
Yeah.
A lot of people probably think it's daunting, but for me it was exciting. I'm a people person. So yeah, this is like my social life. So come to work, hang out with people.
Yep.
Talk a lot of SHIT every day.
You can say it's a podcast. Shit.
Yeah, a lot of shit.
Shit.
Yeah. But it's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah, so you get to learn about people and their lives and what's going on and stuff like that. So puts a lot of things into perspective.
Yeah.
So
absolutely, it would. And you get a lot of people through the door, a lot of different types of people. Like you said, you get to sort of learn a bit about how people go about their day, what they're up to, what they're going through. Why do you feel like that this is probably a place that people do that? Do you think it's just because of the name, Commune 1, that you sort of build that community here? Or do you find it's just like a rapport that you're building over time and connecting with your patrons?
Yeah, I think in hospitality, it's a lot about the customer. Customer service obviously isn't like it used to be.
No.
But for me, like I give a lot of time to my customers, sometimes a bit too much, but I think that's very important. You know, if they've been on a holiday or they're going through stuff, remembering the last time they came in.
Definitely.
How was your holiday? How's things going? I think that's what they appreciate and why they keep coming back for the people, you know what I mean? And the product, but...
Hey, the product's fantastic. I know that I'm looking forward to lunch here after we finish recording today.
Is it like the hairdresser where you tell them all your problems and then you're like their counsellor? Is that how it works out in the end sometimes?
I don't want to know their problems. Yeah. I just want to know.
So do not come to Commune 1 for counselling, come for coffee.
Coffee, yeah.
And they will definitely deliver. But who have we got here, Jace?
We've got Luca.
Luca?
Yeah. So...
Luca, no, on the mic, Luca.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you, Luca. I like the accent. Where are you from?
Italy.
Italy.
Our people, whereabouts in Italy, Luca?
The region is called Marche, and my hometown is called Pesaro, and it's very similar to Adela. Like it's by the coast, you got the hills at the back, so that's why probably I picked Adela.
And what's your role here at Commune 1? What's your job?
I'm mainly a cook, but I can do everything. Like I can do coffees, pizza, whatever is needed.
Whatever is needed. That's a good Italian attitude, I reckon. Absolutely. Luca, tell us, what was one of the first things that you found different or exciting or maybe challenging about Australia?
Challenging. Well, the language was a big challenge for me when I came here. Like, you know, we learn English at school, but you think like you know it. But when you come here, like, okay, I don't think I know it really well. So that was a big challenge for me, learning the language. Because at the beginning, like, you listen to people, you don't understand what's going on. People laugh, you're like, yeah, I better laugh. But you don't know why you're laughing.
And how long have you been here at Commune 1?
Now it's been 3 or 4 years, actually.
Yep.
At the beginning, I was coming just to help out because I was in another industry. I was in construction.
Mm-hmm.
But then I took the right decision to come here.
Oh, and are these guys like family now?
Oh, yeah, they are.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's not what you said before off mic. No, I'm only joking. He said all good things about you, Jace, I promise. But we just want to say from the bottom of our hearts today, Jason, thank you for having us here for our first on-site recording. It was just amazing how you and Emma were so open and forthcoming. As soon as we suggested it to you, you're like, come on down. And I think this is what makes Commune 1 a little bit different to other businesses out there, is that you are very open-minded. You forward thinkers. You realise that podcasts are a way of the future, and you were all on board. So we just want to say thank you so much. We hope we haven't disrupted the joint too much. But yeah, we're really, really grateful.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been such a fun morning. It's been great to meet some of your regulars in here this morning. It's been great to bring some new people through this morning as well. We've been introducing some of our friends to Commune 1 from the other side of town, which has been really wonderful. So thank you so much for having us. We can't wait to come back.
But back on the decks now, back on the dough, I think, because it's pizza night tonight, I think, for you guys. This podcast won't come out till Monday, but it is Friday that we are recording, and it is open for business tonight, 12 till 9. They have pizzas on the wood fire pizza oven. Ivan's around the corner, cooking up a storm, so come on down. And look at these gorgeous humans that have rocked up to join us. I would also like to say that these are friends, beautiful friends of mine. A couple of them are part of my book club, which I spoke about earlier.
I just heard about this book club. Sounds more like a wine club to me.
I know, but hey. But what I want to talk about today, we're talking about our firsts, okay? And I am not stitching you up, but I'm just going to remind you guys, especially Natalie over here, you educated me on a first not too long ago.
Yes.
Something I had never, ever heard about. Now, Natalie, tell us all, what is the Perifit?
Okay. I'm going to just quickly interject here. I have heard this story. Nance, you told this to me in the car a couple of weeks back. Jace, bring that coffee in. Good man.
God. We need coffee. This is coffee in a show because the Perifit. Nat, what is the Perifit?
Okay,
hand to the mic. Yep.
That was a first for all of us that night. It's a toy for your pelvic floor.
Right.
Who knew? Did you know?
No, and I'm interested.
More.
Please continue.
Please continue. Go for it.
You insert it.
Hang on. In there. Yep. Yep.
With Bluetooth capability, you play games with your pelvic floor.
I gotta go.
You need to release that pelvic floor. Elly, can I just say, we were together one night and Nat has educated us on this, but wait, there's more. We were at her house. So Nat went and demonstrated. It was like playing Pac-Man with her pelvic floor. She inserted this thing and then on the TV screen, it's telling her when to squeeze and turn a corner.
I gotta go.
Wedge. No, seriously. Oh my gosh. And it strengthens your pelvic floor. But does it work? Oh, clearly not.
Can you bounce on the trampoline now?
Oh,
Okay.
she's working on it.
Haven't
Move it
used-
closer, can't?
I haven't used it enough.
Yeah,
I played netball against 10-year-olds last
yeah.
night. Hasn't quite worked yet.
But you know what? We need to put it to the test properly. And I think some of the book clubbers over there, we've got Amy and Dayna still here. I think we were hoping to get in contact with Perifit and get us a discount code so we can all lift our pelvic floor together. Would you be in? In. In. 3 kids, 2 kids. We are in? All right, this is a first. And this is a first for educating Vince on the pelvic floor. Any thoughts or comments at this point, Vince?
Yeah, no, look, I'm all here for it, guys. I'm all here for it. I love a good video game, number one. I don't know how it would work if I was to insert it. I don't think that would work. No. But look, you know, you've told me about it. I've heard all about it. I've heard good things. My wife would appreciate it as well, you know.
Maybe we can get Joya to join book club.
Hey, I reckon she'd love a good book club.
Vince, can I add? We play games against each other.
Fantastic.
When the more of us have one, we can play against each other.
But how?
From in the comfort of your own home. We can say, oh, Nat's on, let's go.
But you'd want to be in the comfort of your own home, wouldn't you? Come on, man. No, but you know what else? Like, how competitive do you get? That's the, like, are you all competitive? You said you played netball against 10-year-olds last night. Are you...
Nat's competitive, I reckon. Are you competitive, Lisa? Not very? Elly, are you competitive?
No, I don't think so. I'm happy for Nat to win the pelvic challenge. I'm very visual, so this is a bit uncomfortable for me right now.
Is it? Look, it was very uncomfortable for me that night. I think the whole night I spent going, what are you talking about? And then she showed us. Wow. Information overload. Perifit. There's a first. Welcome to Livin. Welcome to the podcast. But just before we go, guys, is Commune one of your local hangouts, or are you here today just to support Livin? What's the deal?
Both. Totally here to support you guys. Love you. But yes, it's my local, but it's sort of on the way to McGill, so I'm on my way to work. Okay. Sort of.
All right. And all the way there, you're going to... And squeeze. All the way there today. Another first right here, meeting one of our, if not the biggest supporter, follower that we have of our podcast, and we are meeting her in person for the first time. So this is so exciting. And as soon as I saw her walking up the street, I went, oh my God, it's Hip Hop Josh, because that's what we know each other as, but now we've met. Hello, Penny. Hold that mic closer to your mouth.
Okay.
We are talking first, and we have finally met in person. And
Exciting.
it is so exciting. So tell us, what's a first that sticks to mind for you?
I was having a think about it, and actually this is a first. So pushing out of my comfort zone to do something that I would not normally do. I'm very good I love doing Josh's page and marketing for things that are important, charities, all that, but I don't normally show myself too much. So this is a big first, to push out of my comfort zone and come along, and I was dying to see you both and wanted to support you. So I thought, well, why not? So that's a big first.
And we have been a part of that. How special is that?
That is a major first, Penny. We really appreciate it. And it is a bit intimidating sometimes as well, isn't it, to put yourself in front of the camera or in front of some people.
Yes.
But, I think that's a great show of character and such a great thing to show your kids too. And like Josh, we follow Josh for a long time. It's a wonderful page that you run for him. We're sad that we couldn't see him here today, but we understand school first. School first.
Yes.
True.
Education, yes. Otherwise, you will end up like us. I'm only joking.
Well,
there's nothing wrong with that.
We would love that.
It's really not so bad. No, we're so thrilled that we get to meet you in person today and share this first. Can you tell us, what was probably one of the first milestones that you can remember in, let's say, Josh's career?
Well, I started up his page firstly because I really wanted to support his dance school, ACPA. We'll give that a little plug.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love ACPA. Hello, Kim. Hello.
And Pep.
Yeah, Pep, of course. Kim and Pep and everyone there. Megan.
Yes, they're all beautiful. And I wanted to and then as I started doing little videos of him and he started to get a few followers, a goal became obvious to me is I wanted to support local businesses and I wanted to support people doing important work and charities, and I just realised through him just being a little bit adorable and a little bit making cute videos that he had quite a bit of a following in that area, so he became an ambassador for Beyond Blue, which I love.
Brilliant.
And he's done a few other charity things, so I think that's the most important thing, is I like that aspect of
You're
it.
a good human, Penny, and that sings
try.
through. No, but you can see that in all of the communications that we've shared in the last couple of years online. It's been such a support to us and a comfort. I say personally as well, we've experienced it, and you can really see that coming through in everything that you do, which I think is, again, a reflection of a good human.
And it's not hard to just share someone's
Not at all.
post, or I think that's the thing, everyone's busy. I was busy before I had 5 children, not just Josh.
What? Hang on. Sorry.
We need to talk to Penny about the Perifit. We'll come back to that. Don't worry about that.
So I think everyone has a level of busy, but I think how you prioritise what's important, and I don't think it's difficult at night. We're all usually on our phones, or just to share someone's post, pick someone for the day that it might resonate with you, and you just share it. The business, when I bought the little flowers in, I said to the lady, I'm going to share this today. She had no idea who that, and she's like, okay, and I just thought, I'm going to share your business and flowers because that's a nice thing to do as well.
And we actually did an episode on this probably earlier on in the piece about the people that support us. Sometimes you'd expect them to be, your closest people, and it's not always the case. And we always say that strangers sometimes end up being our biggest supporters, and this is where, when you first reshared something of mine, I was blown away. Blown away with gratitude.
When that happens, you're like, oh, that's nice. And I think it's more authentic when also the person's not expecting anything back from it. So I'm just doing it because I love doing it. If someone happens to, and it becomes, I don't know if you've ever had that situation where someone shares and you share, and do I share it again? It almost becomes, how many times could we share
How many
this?
times can we go back and forth,
How
really?
small will it become on the screen? But I just think it's really important to just show love, especially at the moment with how just life is. It's hard for everyone in different ways. If you can find little pockets of joy and things that are a bit, I don't know, not left of centre, but do something just for the sake of doing it. I love
with no
doing
expectation
that.
of something in return. Well, Penny, it has been beautiful meeting you. You are one of our good humans. We absolutely adore you. Thank you for joining us on air, and thank you for stepping out of your comfort zone and experiencing your first with us.
I'm so glad that we could be part of it for you as well. And thank you again, like Nancy said, just to echo all of your love and support. And hey guys, if you're listening out there and you have the opportunity today to be kind or spread some love and make somebody's day, take it.
We always love talking about good humans, and a good human has just popped into Commune 1. One of my friends and school mums, we have Dayna Martin. Hello, Dayna. Welcome to our very first on-site Livin podcast.
Yes, thank you for having me. This is amazing. Such a great location.
Isn't it? And we are talking about first today. So we are asking the patrons in here today, memories of your first first what?
Yeah. That's like a really hard one to come up with the right first, but I thought like something that sticks in my mind is my very first concert that I ever went to.
Oh, I love a good concert. Who was the artist?
Fleetwood Mac.
Stop it. Huge first concert.
Oh yeah,
What?
it was so good.
Where was it?
In Orange County in California.
Amazing. Now,
Of course it was.
You're not putting that accent on, Dayna. So are you originally from the US?
Yes, I'm from California.
From California.
Yeah.
And so Fleetwood Mac in Orange County. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so it was my high school graduation gift for my parents, and my siblings got on board and a few of their friends' parents, and it was kind of like 2 cars went to the concert, a regular car and a car that had a bit of smoke coming out the windows.
That was the parents' car, obviously.
Well,
wink,
some
wink,
of the
nudge,
parents.
nudge. Some of the parents.
Mom was with me. The other car was the fun car, you know?
That is hilarious. So I would love to have used Dayna and said, Dayna flew all the way from America to be with our live podcast today. But yeah, I just gave it away that I know her. Damn it. But that's a good first, Dayna. Thank you.
That's
Fleetwood
a huge
Mac.
first. Fleetwood Mac. And it was like, besides obviously the car ride being like something that sticks in your mind, what was it about the concert that sticks out as the best first?
We got there early to pregame, and all the cars were pregaming, and the cops would come by, and you would hide your cups, except for the people across from us, so they got in a bit of trouble. A little bit of too many red cups out for the place.
Do you know what a red cup is, Nance? You're looking a little bit.
No, I'm pretending, but I don't.
Oh, I can see it in your eyes. Poor Nance.
He knows. He knows when it's that blank face.
Just think of American movies, the red cups, full of alcohol.
Like beer pong.
Oh, I understand. Got it. Okay, I've arrived. I'm here. I'm here now.
I really feel like maybe we should do like a education of
Nancy's
Nancy series one day where we could take Nance to like her first pre-game.
Yeah.
Well, Dayna is one of those lucky ones because we've got a little club at school with some school mums and we call it the book club. And let me tell you, these mums have educated me about many things. And we will do a podcast, I think, just on the topics that they've educated me on because it's like,
I love it. I love
It's
it.
not quite a book club, is it?
What book? What's the book of the month this month?
no, it's just about, it's just because of the movie book club. Yeah. It all started us. Remember that movie book club? Maybe we we started giving each other, instead of books, movies to watch. But then it just turned into a big sort of scramble of firsts of many that we've been sharing with each other, and it's mind-blowing.
I love it.
It's a night full of drinks and laughs. It is really good.
It sounds pretty good.
Also, tell me, do you often come to Commune 1, or did you come because you heard we were here, or have you been here before?
Well, both.
Okay.
We discovered Commune 1 a few years ago,
Yeah.
and I love it.
Yes.
And they're so good to me. There's an American relation because one of them's from
Yes,
Boston.
Rob. Yes.
And when I worked at my last spot, I would call them and say, okay, can I come through? And they would have my smoothie ready for me. And I just come in, tap, and go. So
You
I get to
diva.
work. Yeah, they're so
Are you a
good.
diva?
I think the American connection.
Aww. Did you
They're so
upsize?
lovely.
Did you upsize? Is that what you do?
They're so lovely. So between you guys being here and the coffee, I was like, I'm definitely going.
Winning. Thank you for jumping on and sharing your first with us, Dayna.
Action.
Let's Lights,
go.
camera, action. Absolutely. Guys, we are down here still at Commune 1, recording on site for the very first time, Livin today with Nancy and Vince. Special guest galore, loving life. I have got 2 of my favourite faces sitting in front of me, and it's not just yours.
Here I am. Oh,
Not just yours, not just your face. No, I've got Jewel Chenoweth here from Jewel Chenoweth Photography and Faithwood Chapel, and Matthew Verco, MC, celebrant Matthew Verco.
Hello.
Hello, repeat offender almost, Matt. I love it.
Yes,
You've
yes.
been on one of my podcasts before.
Where's the red wine? That's what we had last time.
I know, we've replaced the red wine today with coffee.
Good coffee, I might say.
But guys, thanks for coming down this morning. Is this your first time at Commune 1?
It's my first time.
It certainly is my first time, yes.
I love it. Well, I hope it's not your last time. Guys, today's topic is firsts. We're talking all about the firsts in life. First time romance, first time getting in trouble maybe at school, first time having kids. What would be a memorable first that either one of you might be able to share with us today?
I wanted to talk a little bit. So you mentioned briefly about Jewel. She owns Faithful Chapel, or runs Faithful Chapel. We had a styled shoot there last week, which sounds very fancy, very Hollywood. So we had a couple of models that came down. They were all dressed up. They had their makeup done. We did a fake ceremony because I'm a married celebrant.
You are?
My mum was very confused this week. She's like, "Did you marry them?" I was like, "No." She's like, you didn't mention anything. I was like, yeah, because they're not married, so it's fine. They're just having fun. We had some beautiful photographers. We had a videographer. Yep. We had a beautiful Bentley down there, sunset photos on the beach. So it was fantastic. And the wonderful Jewel organised that all. Her vision, her desire, her want, and it was magical.
Thank you. That's very, very kind of you. I practically planned a whole other elopement. I eloped last year. And we did that outdoors and got rained on all day, so it wasn't the dream. So now we've opened up Faithwood Chapel. So it's my first brick and mortar business.
Oh, congratulations, especially in these times. Opening business isn't like an easy thing to do.
No, it's not. That's why I'm so grateful we're at a cafe. Thank you. Coffee.
Yeah.
Love that.
And I actually drove past without knowing, and I was like, oh, that little love heart, is that a little chapel in there?
Sure
and I'm
is.
learning it sure is.
Yes, Adelaide's Little White Chapel of Love. That's us. And I do have something to show you, Vince. Many, many years ago, you and your wife gifted me this beautiful rainbow keychain as a thank you for some of the work that I did for you. It hung on my photography bag for years, and now it is the key to Faithwood Chapel because you have been such an encouragement of me, and I'm so, so grateful. It is there to remind me of my values and my integrity. So thank you so much.
Oh my God, he's such a sook. He is actually done. I feel like I'm interrupting here. Like, oh my gosh, how beautiful.
No, Joel, that is the best. Thank you for sharing that. Look at that.
Yep.
And I remember that we gave this to me years ago.
Yes, I still have the box as well. The box is in my office.
Was this after the maternity shoot?
I think so.
Possibly. So
Yeah.
I guess for a bit more context as well. So Jewel, the first time I met Jewel, she was working in a bakery, which she did not even work in. Can we just talk about that for a second?
It was my trial shift.
She was doing like a trial shift in a bakery, and I walked in and she turned around, and I was really quite captured by this face, this smile, the red hair, everything. And I was like, oh my God. And so we started chatting, and that's how we met. I then followed her business, Jewel Chenoweth Photography at the time. I then met Joya, and I messaged Jewel because she was promoting Lovebird Sessions.
That's
okay,
right.
so this would be going back now a little while, but she was promoting Lovebird Sessions, and I messaged her, and she'll tell you exactly what I said.
I've met the woman of my dreams.
That's it. And every time, I've heard Jewel tell this story too, but every time she says it, she always says, Vince messaged me and said, I've met someone, I've met the woman of my dreams. We had our Lovebird shoot. Jewel then photographed our dating shoot. She photographed our proposal. She photographed our engagement shoot. She photographed our wedding. She photographed our first maternity shoot. She photographed our first newborn shoot.
Sure did.
Jewel has actually captured our entire life between like Joya and I, and it's one of my favourite things. Her photography is hanging all over the walls in our home, and it's just gorgeous. And so like it's been wonderful to not only continue our friendship, not only just professionally but personally, and to see what you're doing now, not only as a photographer but with Faithwood Chapel. Like, how many elopement chapels have you heard of in Adelaide?
Oh, well, I haven't, but I also feel like a very insignificant other right now because that was just a beautiful story. Oh my goodness, what a
Nancy, I've got
journey, you
big love.
guys.
You know I've got big love for you from the Coca-Cola stage at Adelaide show. Come on.
Oh, we had another lady come on before and she said, did you work at the show? And I was like, oh, bless you in your memory.
Guys, we are back here. We're at Commune 1 today doing our first on-site recording down here at 231 Tapley's Hill Road with Nancy and Vince. We have been joined by some wonderful special guests today. We've never had guests on the show, Nance.
I know, our very first time.
Love it.
That's what it's all about. So we have got Kiara over here. Thank you for joining us on the mic today, Kiara. So tell us, share with us one of your firsts. Could you please?
Well, funnily enough, it's my first time at Commune 1 today. So I actually live
Where
around
have
the
you
corner,
been?
And I know everyone always talks about it, so it was good. I'm here, the coffee's great. So
Do you live under a rock?
I've heard of it, I just haven't got here yet. So yeah, happy to tick that off today. So that's
And
a
you'll be
great
back,
first.
right?
I will definitely be back. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. So any other firsts that come to mind with you, Kiara? Any other, I don't know, first love, first job, first date?
I was just going to say, Kiara, I can see a beautiful ring on your finger there. What about the first time you saw your significant other?
Oh,
How did that come about?
how did it come about? Oh, not a very romantic story. Bit of Instagram.
Oh, well, hey, it is
Split in
the
the
year
DMs,
I was just
2023.
going to say the same thing. 100%. It's
But
a modern day
It
romance.
was quite romantic. I was at a Foo Fighters concert.
Okay.
And I posted that on my story, and he asked me how it was, and there we go. And now we're going to Foo Fighters in December together, 6 years later, and then getting married in February. So it kind of came together nicely. Yeah.
Oh, that worked out beautifully.
See, this is the stuff that makes me all warm and fuzzy. Like, I love that.
I know.
Yeah, so it's a bit nicer than just a slide in the DMs. It was about a concert. It was about music. Yeah.
So you already discovered very early on in the piece that you have the same love of music.
Yes, and that's sort of. And funnily enough, last night we set up in our front room like all of his guitars and like a vinyl player. It was flat pack furniture. So
there's a first.
The wedding was almost off, but then it came back.
I was just going to say that'll make or break a marriage. A flat pack.
We came together and it was great. So yeah, he was quite proud of himself. He thinks he's like a carpenter now, but it was literally quite easy.
Starting his new business today.
Yeah.
Oh, bless. And what is your fiance's name?
Oh, Mark.
Oh, hello, Mark. And tell us, when's the wedding?
24th of Feb next year.
Oh, and are we invited? Sorry.
I was just going to say, well, if you need an MC, I know a guy. I know an MC.
There you go.
There you go.
We have a bit to organise still. I wish I was a bit more organised, but that's okay.
Well, it's your first time organising a wedding.
Organising a wedding, and lots to think about.
Thank you very much, Kiara, for jumping on.
Guys, we are joined by another couple of patrons down here at Commune 1 this morning.
Not only patrons, but let me tell you, another 2 members of my book club.
Starting to sense a theme here, Nance.
Can I just say, all right, we chatted to, I don't know which order our interviews will go in, but I have got Kirsty here first up. Kirsty, now you are the very first person that educated Nat on the Perifit.
The Perifit, yes.
Tell us your version of the Perifit.
Perifit is all about female health, gamified, so it's making it fun. I would be sitting, exercising my muscles at night time, playing Pong with random strangers, using my muscles to do so.
Oh my gosh, and that was a big first for me that night. Let me tell you, Kirsty, you educated me in a way that, I don't know, I can never just, go to the toilet the same way, because now I'm like, and hold it. Now tell me, Amy, is this your first time hearing of the Perifit that night that we got together?
That was the first time I heard of it, yeah.
Now, are you keen to get your own?
I am keen to get my own. Yeah.
We did mention it earlier on, so Perifit, if you're listening, discount code, feel free. Come on down. We have got some pelvic floor to work on over here. What are your thoughts on this, Vince?
Yeah, look, no, I'm all for it. I've told you before, I'm on board. I don't know if there's a male equivalent. I don't think there is one, but I'm going to look into it. You've definitely opened my eyes and my mind today with all of this. So thanks for sharing that. Ladies, tell me a little bit about some of your firsts. First time in your career, maybe. Could be your first kiss, your first romance. We've had a few different ones today. We've had first concerts, first time giving birth. We've had first time being pulled over. We've had a few different things today. What about yourselves?
Hold the mic close to your mouth. Is it your first time here, Amy?
It is my first time.
It is. It was another listener's first time here. And what brought you here today? It was us, wasn't it?
It was.
I love you.
Yeah, I haven't even noticed this coffee shop here before, so now I know it's here and the coffee's quite good.
And you'll never drive past again. You will be stopping.
I will be stopping, and I'll be making this one of my regular places to get coffee.
Well, the good thing is you can even come back on Friday nights till 9 p.m. for wood-fired pizza. Just next door. I don't know if you saw the wood oven back there, but let me tell you, it's pretty good.
Any other firsts that come to mind for you, Kirsty, apart from the Perifit?
This is my first week with both my kids at school, which is amazing. I've got my life back. I'm living it. I was like literally kicking her into that classroom on Monday.
Oh my God, was the car still rolling and you're like out?
Still rolling. Get out of here. My life is mine again.
What a morning.
Nance, what a spectacular morning we have had down here at Commune 1. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. If you're listening, if you're watching, if you've been in the place today, we have just had the best time.
We really have. It's been so amazing talking to some beautiful humans that have been following either Commune 1, the cafe, or our podcast. So it's been really nice to actually get them on the mic and out of their comfort zone.
Indeed. It's been really lovely just to have some chats, hear a few more first. Gosh, a little bit of like after dark information today as well, which I'm very excited about. You know what? We should probably look at that. We should do like an after dark episode. Adelaide. All listeners, global, because we're not just Adelaide.
That's right.
18 countries, baby, and counting.
Yes.
Would you like an After Dark Livin episode? What would that even look like?
Absolutely. But for now, I think we're going to wrap things up here at Commune 1. Thanks again, everyone. This episode will be released Monday as per normal.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, if you want to come down 231 Tapleys Hill Road, get onto Instagram, commune_1. Coffee, breakfast, lunch, dinners, it's the place to be, guys.
And if you were here today and didn't manage to do a post or something, if you do a post on Instagram and tag Vince and I and Commune 1, you will go into the running. There will be a couple of lucky winners to win one of our Keep Cups. Even if it's next week, that's fine. Tag away and we will be in touch with those winners.
Guys, have a fantastic week. We will see you next week. Keep on living. What do you reckon, Nance? Lunch?
Lunch. Acai.
Acai.
I think I might have acai.
I love it.
Into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day. On a cloudy day. Always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day.
And look at that sun.
What are you going to say?
The sun is shining.
The sun
The
is
sun
shining.
on a cloudy day. Beautiful day.
Didn't even need to bend over.
No. Okay, we're done.